Hey folks, so today I'm going to be playing Paper Games Co. From YouTube, his new game, Swamp Survival. So, question, that is a paper game, not a paper computer game. I made a video explaining the differences. I'll have a link up here. So, if this is a paper computer game, and my channel's about paper computer games, why am I playing this? Well, to make a long story short, when this other guy, Radioactive Paper Games, was reviewing a game by Paper Games Co., he pointed out that it seems more like a paper computer game than like a paper game.
It's made by a paper game channel, and he says it's a paper game, but to me, it's a paper game, but to me it kind of also feels like a paper computer game, because paper computer games you get to pick like where you want to go, like you just say what you're going to do.
And later, Paper Games Co. Confirmed it.
And I found out I've actually been making paper computer games, but paper games and paper computer games are like pretty much just the same thing.
So I asked him a follow-up question about it, and he said this. It's definitely a paper computer game, but the rules are more about your own imagination. So rather than playing with two people, which you can do if you want to make it more fair, you simply use your own imagination and kind of let your brain construct the enemy movements, in-game weather, etc. So the game is played differently for everybody, but along the same simple lines. So, you know, a traditional paper computer game you would play with two people, but not every paper computer game has to be the exact same thing. You know, you can make your own variants, you can change things around a little bit. So, you know, cool. If he says it's a paper computer game, who am I to argue? And this is pretty cool because his artwork is definitely awesome. His creatures and his, like, the worlds he creates are definitely really cool. So especially since, like, he's saying this is a paper computer game, and the way the game is played, I do agree, it does feel a lot like a paper computer game except with one player. I had to play it. I had to see it for myself what it's like.
I am a tutorial bot.
Oh, hey, tutorial bot, how's it going?
Well, thank you. Am I to play this new paper computer game?
No, sorry, tutorial bot, but see, this is a different kind of paper computer game. I mean, Paper Games Co. did say that you can play it with two people if you want to make it more fair, but for this video, I wanted to play it the way he made it to be played, the way it was intended to be played. Even though that's not how you would normally play a paper computer game, today we're diving into a different type of paper computer game.
Oh.
Oh, Ellie. Poor guy. Anyway, let's dive right in, shall we? Alright. So let's set the stage. The game starts when you come in from this road, and you come into this here swamp. But unfortunately, there is a mudslide over here that traps you in. Also, it kind of looks like the road is broken, but, you know, so that doesn't help either, I guess. But, in any event, you are trapped. And when I say you, I mean me, because I'm the only one here. I'm both the PCG master and the player this time. Alright, so I'm trapped, and I want to get out of here. So, the first thing I want to do is I want to go in here and check out this here camp. Alright, well, okay, so wait though. How do I know what is in the camp? How do I know what I find when I get in there? And for that matter, you know, how do I use all this stuff? It says here we have, like, weapon stuff, tools, slots, you know, an items bag, I have health, I have energy. You know, how do I get weapons? How do I get tools? How do I know what to put in my bag? How do I, you know, what are the hearts? How do I know how many? Oh, if only I had somebody to give me, like, some sort of a tutorial.
I am a tutorial bot.
Oh, hey, tutorial bot.
I can give you a tutorial in this game.
You know how to play this game?
I am a tutorial bot.
Excellent. Well, you are exactly what I need, a tutorial bot. I am completely lost here. I need to know how to play this game.
Very well. State your problems.
Alright, well, let's see. first of all, I'm going into the camp, but how do I know what's gonna be in there?
The camp is like a place that has a camp in it, and you are going into the camp.
Yeah. Well, what's your point?
So what is inside of the camp?
Well, that's kind of the problem, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I decide what's inside the camp?
Deciding what is inside the camp is like deciding what is inside of anything. You simply decide what is inside of that thing.
Okay, so, how do I do that?
Deciding things is like making decisions. To make a decision, you must decide what your decision will be.
Great. Thanks, Tutorial Bot. Do you have any, pointers to get me started off?
Yes.
What's that?
I recommend you start by deciding what is inside the camp.
Great. Thanks, Tutorial Bot.
You are welcome. I am glad to have been of help. Summon me once again when you have further problems.
I will.
Very well.
Alright, well, that wasn't very helpful. But I guess I'm on my own here, but I mean... Well, what did Tutorial Bot mean when he said... what would be inside a camp? I guess it would probably be... if we're, lost in a swamp here, we'd probably want to, pitch a tent. Maybe have some survival supplies, whatever was in our car. We'd have a coat, maybe something that was, in the trunk. Depending on who you are, you might have, I don't know, some kind of a weapon. But I'm going to say we don't, because you don't start with either of your weapon slots filled, so that probably means you don't have anything. I have these two other structures here. Those might be things I set up, kind of impromptu. I guess, yeah, let's say that they're that I kind of I don't know, hollowed out tree stumps, and I'm using them as a place to hole out, if let's say zombies were approaching or whatever. Not that there are zombies in this game, but if there were, these might be a good place to hide behind while I shoot them. Maybe I made that quickly out of trees. Alright, so that's something. That's a starting point, I suppose. We have our little camp, and it is level 1. And looks like that means there's probably a lot of enemies just kind of roaming around. In fact, looks like there is an enemy coming towards the camp, specifically a zombie skeleton dude. He's has basically almost no flesh left, and he's just kind of coming towards the camp, coming from this whole bony pit zone over here. I am unarmed. I do not have a single weapon. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about that. But as he approaches the camp, I'm going to have to defend myself somehow. Okay, so he's approaching. What do I do? Well, when I was making these defensive placements, I had, out of the trees, there had to be some leftover wood. So I'll look around and see if there's any that I can use as a stick to hit him with. Okay, I'm going to say, yeah, I find a stick. Alright, so I'm gonna lure this guy over so that as he approaches this this placement here, I'll have a sort of protected place. Maybe he'll fall over it, and as he does, I'm gonna hit him with a stick. Whoosh, whoosh. Alright, so it works. He's taking some damage, and he falls over this this pit here. But as he's doing that, he'll his hand reaches out and slashes my leg. By the way, I have one weapon. I have a stick, so my slot is taken up. So, and also, I'm gonna say I lost a heart because he slashed me with his hand. So I am going to hit him again with the stick, and this time I'm gonna try and take off his head. And because his body is so deteriorated, I'm going to say that works. So, poof, he is gone. So, that was bad. I got pretty injured. So this is not looking like a good situation. I'm trapped here in the middle of this whole swamp. I can't possibly get out until the mudslide is gone. And it doesn't look like the mudslide shows any sign of clearing up. So I'm just going to have to get better at defending myself. For now, I think I should call it a night because it's getting dark outside in the swamp. You know, I took some damage, so I'm going to need to recover. And so that seems like a good place to stop for now. But tomorrow, I'm going to try and explore the Bony Pit. Maybe go into this old factory. That might be a good place to look for more weapons, things to defend myself with. That seems like a pretty crucial survival tactic in this here swamp. So, yeah, I guess that's all. That was pretty fun. Obviously, I made everything up. I didn't know beforehand that there was going to be a zombie attacking the camp. Oh, but, you know, as he said, the rules are more about your own imagination. So rather than playing with two people, etc., you use your own imagination and kind of let your brain construct the enemy movements, in-game weather, etc. So the game is played differently for everybody, but along the same simple lines. That is what I've tried to do here, and it is a fun and interesting way to play. So I hope I didn't get it completely horribly wrong and mangle the game. Sorry if I did. If you guys want to try playing it yourself, Paper Game Co. has a online shop where you can download the game and play it yourself. Link in the description below. And I'm enjoying setting up my camp in the swamp and looking forward to exploring more of this. So you guys should tune in for part 2 when I explore more of the swamp and see what else is going on here. So thanks for watching, folks, and have a nice day.
I am a tutorial bot.